Welcome back to Next Gen Motors, to the place where future-driven reviews meet next-gen innovation. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated EV debuts of the decade, the all-new 2026 Rivian R2. Designed as a more compact, more affordable sibling to the R1T and R1S, the R2 is Rivian's ticket into the mainstream electric SUV game. But don't mistake this for a budget cut-down version. The R2 might just be the sweet spot between price, performance, and practicality in the EV world. So, strap in as we walk you through every detail from the outside in and tell you whether this futuristic midsize electric SUV lives up to the hype. Exterior. At first glance, the 2026 Rivian R2 commands attention with its compact yet rugged styling. It's unmistakably a Rivian, retaining that signature minimalist design language, yet it's slightly more urban and toned down for mass appeal. The front end showcases the familiar vertical LED headlights that resemble futuristic Rivian's design, staply framing a clean, closed-off grille that emphasizes its EV roots. Unlike overly aggressive styling trends, the R2 leans into a more timeless aesthetic that feels both tech-forward and grounded. The bumper integrates neatly with an aerodynamic front fascia and subtle air ducts that guide airflow around the body. You'll notice the proportions are tied up perfect for city maneuvering, but still broad enough to maintain that tough, off-road-ready stance. Moving around to the side, the R2 strikes a beautiful balance between SUV functionality and electric sportiness. It's shorter and lower than the R1S, but the boxy profile still screams utility. Flush door handles, clean body lines, and subtle fender flares hint at both efficiency and strength. The vehicle rides on either 20 or 21-inch wheels depending on the trim, with options for all-terrain tires if you want to push this SUV beyond the pavement. The glass house is slightly more vertical than what you'd find on something like a Model Y, which actually improves visibility and cabin space. A blacked-out roof and high beltline round out a design that feels both modern and purpose-built. Small details like the charge port's flush integration near the driver's side front fender remind you how much thought has gone into the R2's clean look. Now looking at the back, the R2 stays true to Rivian's minimalist DNA. The rear light bar stretches across the width of the vehicle in a single uninterrupted strip, glowing bright red when lit and giving the SUV a unique nighttime signature. The tailgate is power-operated and reveals a decent cargo area, though one of the standout features is actually up front with a large, usable frunk offering additional storage space. The lower rear bumper features a functional skid plate and hidden sensors for Rivian's advanced driver assistance system. And yes, the R2 comes with a roof rack option and towing capability, because this isn't just an urban cruiser, it's built for weekend warriors too. Interior. Inside, the Rivian R2 blends tech-savvy minimalism with warmth and sustainability. The moment you open the door, you're greeted by a cabin that feels upscale without being overly flashy. Recycled materials, vegan leather, and open-pore wood accents set a premium tone. The dashboard is dominated by a large horizontal touchscreen that handles nearly all vehicle functions, paired with a digital driver's display for speed, navigation, and range. Rivian's UI is smooth, responsive, and refreshingly intuitive. You won't find any knobs or buttons here. Everything is gesture-based or voice-controlled, yet it doesn't feel overcomplicated. The seating position is excellent, elevated but not bulky, and the front seats are both heated and ventilated with great lumbar support. Rear seat space is generous thanks to a flat floor and clever packaging. The rear bench reclines slightly, and there's just enough headroom and legroom for adults to feel comfortable on longer drives. USB-C ports, storage pockets, wireless phone chargers, and panoramic glass that can dim on demand all come standard or as optional upgrades, depending on the trim. And Rivian hasn't forgotten about usability. There's a clever underseat storage bin, cup holders in smart places, and even integrated hooks and a flashlight in the door panels. Performance-wise, the R2 offers multiple configurations, starting with the single-motor RWD, moving up to dual-motor AWD, and even a high-performance tri-motor setup that turns this compact SUV into a rocket. The dual-motor version is expected to do 0-60 in around 4 seconds, While the tri-motor might flirt with sub-3.5-second territory at Tesla territory, all models come with adjustable regenerative braking and Rivian's off-road drive modes, which tweak suspension, torque vectoring, and throttle response. Speaking of suspension, the R2 doesn't come with the hydraulic roll control system found in the R1S, but it does feature a new generation of adaptive dampers and coil springs that allow for solid ride comfort both on pavement and gravel trails. It's built on Rivian's new midsize platform, optimized for weight savings and interior space. The estimated range on the dual-motor version is about 300 miles, while the single-motor is closer to 270. Rivian also promises a max pack option that pushes this number past 330 miles, less competitive even with the best from Tesla and Hyundai. Charging is fast too thanks to Rivian's new 400 volts architecture. The R2 supports up to 180 kilowatts fast charging, allowing you to add roughly 140 miles in just 20 minutes at a DC fast charger. And yes, the R2 supports bidirectional charging, so you can power devices, campsites, or even your home during an outage. Rivian's adventure network is still growing, but the R2 will also support Tesla's NACS plug starting in 2025, unlocking access to superchargers for even more convenience. Now let's talk pricing. Here's where the R2 really becomes a game changer. Rivian has confirmed a starting price of around $45,000 for the base model, which is aggressive considering what you're getting: a real-world range, dual-motor power, and all that tech. The better-equipped AWD trims are expected to land in the $50,000–$60,000 range, while the high-performance version might touch $65,000. When you factor in federal tax credits and possible state incentives, that pricing becomes even more compelling. And with deliveries expected to begin in early 2026, reservations are already piling up. Initial impressions from reviewers and EV enthusiasts have been overwhelmingly positive. People love the balance Rivian has struck between capability and simplicity, between adventure and everyday livability. While some might miss the air suspension or tank turn gimmicks of the R1 series, the R2 trims the fat and focuses on what matters most to buyers in this price range: space, performance, range, and price. It doesn't pretend to be a luxury SUV, but it delivers on quality and innovation in ways few competitors do at this level. Combine that with Rivian's growing ecosystem and OTA update capability, and you have a vehicle that's not only ready for today but built to evolve with tomorrow. So, is the 2026 Rivian R2 the EV SUV we've all been waiting for? Honestly, it just might be. It's smart, sleek, fast, practical, and priced to win. Whether you're a first-time EV buyer or looking for a more compact alternative to a bulky electric SUV, the R2 brings the heat in all the right ways. And that's why we think it could be one of the breakout vehicles of the next automotive era. Thanks for watching Next Gen Motorsup. If you found this deep dive useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews of the hottest EVs and hybrids hitting the roads. Drop your thoughts on the Rivian R2 in the comments. Would you buy one over a Model Y or an Ioniq 5? We'd love to hear your take. Until next time, keep driving forward.